Hello everyone and welcome back to Dear Brothers. My name is Hans Kamau and today we have a very exciting video. So, it was my birthday a couple of days back on the 25th of May. So I wanted to create a video where I just reflect on that and the past year. So I gathered like 10 things that have really defined my previous year. And yeah, so I just want to go through them, because all of these have like a story behind them that have really like been so impactful. So I just wanted to go through all of them and kind of also share with you like my journey and how everything has gone as well. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna start off with the first one. Okay. Alright, so this is the first item, and this is an iPhone 8. So a couple of weeks back, my phone was stolen, and so I had to get a new phone. But the story is not the iPhone 8, but instead it is the story behind my phone being stolen, which is why which is why this is such an impactful item to me. So, on the day that my phone got stolen, I was on my way to church, and it was really early in the morning. I think it was around 7. So as I'm walking to church, this guy pops up out of nowhere. Just pops out of nowhere. I didn't even see where he came from. Pops out of nowhere. First thing is like, yo, do you have a lighter? Like, and I don't have a lighter. So he's like, yeah. Then he's like, okay, cool. And we start walking together. And I'm thinking, man, he's going in the same direction. He's probably just like looking for some company. So we're walking. I'm asking him questions, asking where I'm coming from. I say, no, I'm going to church. I'm going to, just walking around. He's like, yeah, he's coming from his girlfriend's place. He's on his way back to his house. Cool beans, right? We start, I think on the way, we take a turn on the way to like where my church is. We take a turn and he asked me a really deep question. He's like, because I tell him, yo, I'm a social worker. And he's like, oh, okay, that's really cool. He's like, can I ask you a question? He's like, yeah. I'm like, how do you get to know yourself? Like, what? That's such a really interesting question to ask, especially a guy you don't even know. So I'm like, man, just ask yourself questions, be curious about yourself and be honest. That's like, just be honest with yourself. He's like, all right, cool. I see. And this whole time I'm thinking it's just a normal conversation. This guy's on his way to his place, and I don't really think too much of it. Along the way, now he asked a really interesting question. That's a really interesting question. Along the way, he asked what time it is, which is this time bells should have gone. Bells should have started ringing in my head at this point. But I'm like, it's like 7. Homie grabs my phone, right? He grabs my phone and then he puts it in his pocket, and he's like, "Ish, man, man, it's bad. He starts saying, man, it's bad." I'm like, bro, that's what do you mean? He's like, "Ish, man, I'm sorry, man. I could have made it much worse for you." It's like, this dude is like, so he's like, okay, what I can do now is like, man, it's either you can give me money or I can give you my phone. It's like, damn, bro, I'm broke. I don't have any money. So I'm like, dog, nah, it's fine. You can just keep the phone, man. I don't have any money. He's like, man, ish, yeah. And surprisingly at this point, I don't know why, but we kept on walking together. Even after he took my phone, we kept on walking together. And I was walking, I'm like, I'm like, you know what, bro, don't even stress, man. Just, you can take the phone, don't even stress. And I just asked him like, yo, can you just like delete my WhatsApp and everything? Just delete everything and make sure like, like the more critical apps more so. It's like, okay, no problem. I'll delete it for you, man. You're being very calm. So we walk, done everything. We're still walking. I'm like, and then he asks, is it me or him? I think he asks, yes, it's him. He asked me, he's like, why are you being so gentle? I'm like, because at this point I'd given him my pin, I'd given him everything. And the way I'd given him is like, I was like, bro, I even told him, I was like, bro, don't even worry. Like, don't even worry. I'm giving it to you. Don't stress about anything. Don't worry. And I think he saw my demeanor in that, and he was like, why are you being so gentle? And I think the first time he said that, I ignored him, honestly. I ignored him. I didn't really, I was like, Brian, just. Then he asked it a second time. He's like, bro, why are you being so gentle? And the second time he asked, I'm like, you know what, the truth is because of God. He's like, it's like, yeah, no, even I grew up in the church as well, man. Like, my grandmother used to take us to the church. We used to like read the Bible and everything, man. But yeah, but now, man, he's like, this is him. He's like, man, I hate thinking about God now because, man, you know, everything I do, man, it's like, it's painful to think about God. And at this point, excuse me, I was gonna sneeze. And at this point, in my head, I'm like, why do you think that? I'm like, man, you know, I'm a bad guy, man. You know, like, you know, all of the things I've done, man. It's really painful to think about him. I try to not think about him a lot. Like, I see, and I'm like, then this is me. I say, you know, you have read the Bible, right? You know that Jesus died for you. He didn't die for you when you were perfect or when you were good, but he died for you when you were a sinner. And when I said that, this dude, like, he stops. Like, he genuinely just stops. And he's like, and you can see his mind is processing what I just said, and you can see him like thinking about it. And he goes like, so Jesus died for me. And it's like, and we both look at each other like, yes, yeah. And we just have like this moment where it's like, yes, Jesus died for you. Jesus died like for your sins, for not you when you were perfect, but because of you, like not because of anything. And he goes and he starts like mumbling some things, and he's like, yeah. And he just goes like, I see, yeah, I didn't think of it. I never thought of it like that. And I'm like, yeah, man, you see. So don't feel bad. Like, Jesus died for you, man. And he goes, nah, thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. And then yeah, he starts explaining his situation, because at this point he had taken my phone, he had taken everything, and like, we're just walking at this point. We're like literally having a full-blown conversation. And we get to a point and he's like telling me about his story, he's telling me about his life, man. And he's like, man, I have a 3-year-old at home, my girlfriend is at home, and like, you know, they're expecting me to put food on the table. And at this point I'm just like, nah, I understand, man, I really understand. And he goes, and you can just see him, like, even in how his demeanor was, like, you could see there's this like tension, and there's this, you know, there's that pressure that you get when, you know, when life is like terrible, like when life is hard, and you can see like this man has been through some things, and you know, the end of the day is like he's just trying to like get some money to put on the table. And so I'm just like, nah, I hear you, man, I hear you. So yeah, we end on that. He's like, nah, but thank you so much, man, thank you for like what you said. Actually, nah, of course, man, of course. Then even at the end, we tap up at the end, and he heads his way, I head my way. And that experience, like, even though for me, like, and then as I was walking back, I was really proud of the way God had used the situation, right? Because even though my phone was gone, even though my phone was like, it's cloud, even though everything is gone, like, the fact that God was still able to use me to speak about him, to bring him, to bring God to his mind, to create that path for him to like not be afraid to walk to God despite like all of the things he had done. I was really impacted by that, and that was something which I think it's a moment which is so impactful to me, because it really just signifies how God is willing to, how God can move in any situation, no matter how bad it might look. I still wish I had my phone. I don't want to be robbed. I wouldn't want to experience that. I don't want anyone of the people around me to experience that. But the fact that God really used that situation to bring glory to him, and I believe that that man is going to like change his life. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing, but I know that the fact that he was able to hear the word of God, to hear just the I think the gospel at the end of the day, I'm really impressed by God, just how he used that situation. So that's why this phone or this box really that's what it symbolizes for me. It's just God's faithfulness to everyone, regardless of the situation that you're in, man. Yeah, so that is the story behind this, and that's why it's such an impactful that's why it's such an impactful experience for me, this box right here. Right. So now moving on to the second one, which is